What's going on, everyone? Coach Dorston here. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're all still doing great. Hope you've all been getting after it this week. We got our last workout of the week coming at you, so let's get right into it. We've already got our warm-up done. Again, if you're new to this whole thing, go check out the warm-up video for a better understanding of what you're doing with the warm-up and kind of how with the exercises that we're getting distances for, that you know how to kind of mark out those distances. We go over that in the warm-ups. So then we got number one, our 20-yard sprints, times 6 of them. Remember, 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes of rest between each rep so that we're allowing our body to get that full recovery, so we're getting that full explosiveness with every single rep. Then we've got our 2A and our 2B, remember, superset. So you'll do a set of the A exercise first, and then give yourself just a couple seconds, and then go to the B exercise, and then give it about 20 or 30 seconds to restart with the A exercise and going through that. So we've got broad jumps. With that snap down, it's gonna be 4 by 4 reps, and then we've got our suitcase carries, 4 by 30 to 45 seconds on each arm. Then we've got our 3A and our 3B, towel leg curls, 4 by 8 to 10, and then we've got our lateral bear crawls. Again, you can either go for the time that we have here, so that 30 seconds, or you can use distances. So if you have your distances, you can try going a little bit farther, but just make sure you're getting a nice even amount of steps, whether you're going with time or the distances. So if I'm taking 2 steps to the left, I'm taking 2 steps to the right for that time. So just keeping that in mind. Then we've got our 4 A, B, and C. We've got our lateral lunge with a hold. So remember, holding at that bottom for a second before we explode back up. 4 by 8 on each leg. Then we've got the elevated push-ups. Again, go check out last Friday's workout if you need kind of an understanding of how we can progress or regress any of these exercises. I give you a couple little tips with each one. So we've got the feet elevated push-ups, 4 by 6 to 8 on that one. Then we've got single arm iso row holds. So that's gonna be 4 by 6 on each arm, making sure, again, we're getting that full time under tension as we're pulling back, holding for a little bit. If you need to, you can add a little more weight this time if you want to put another book or so in your backpack or your bucket or whatever you're using. Again, remember, if you actually have weights at home, go ahead and use the weights for these. Then we've got our finisher, which I'll show you here in a second. We've got 20 air squats and 20 push-ups to planks on that, and that's going to be for time. So making sure that we get our timer nice and set. Again, you can do this inside, you can do this outside. Just make sure you have enough room so that you can get into a push-up or plank position. So again, 20 air squats. Again, I don't care if you hold your arms out in front of you or kind of like touching your ear. Just make sure we're still using good form for this. I know we're going for time, but make sure we are getting down, push our butt back, standing up, standing up. So make sure that you're not letting that chest collapse, and make sure they're good quality reps, even though we're going for time with this. Then we're going to our push up to plank. So getting into position here, high plank or push up position, pulling our shoulders back, and then what's gonna happen, we're going down into a plank, back up into a push up. That's 1, 2, 20 of those. Remember, hit your timer after you're done, record that number, send it to your coaches. We'll see you next week, everyone.